remember when two fat people tried to sue McDonald's for making them fat. Good times. Anyway, look, from this day forth, this game will be named the day after they took $40. Because what do we have here? A Footsteps ASMR video game masquerading as an awful extraction shooter. Ooh, that's interesting. Wow, you get to run around aimlessly and loot random things. Such riveting, exhilarating gameplay. Playing this was about as fun as watching paint dry. Actually, scratch that. At least with paint, you can admire what has been painted. Hit the like button and I know I'm back. I'm back for good this time. It's time to bring this channel back to where it really all started, which was sounding the alarm on every scam that the lazy millennial movie makers or game developers in this case vomit out. The day before they took $40 actually accomplished something yesterday that I didn't think was possible, quite frankly. The gaming community finally has a nothing simulator. I have seen cemeteries with more life in them than this heap of shit. You know, for a post-apocalyptic world, this feels unironically lifeless. So, let's see, a novel game concept. A whole game set the day before anything interesting happens. Say what you will, but I think it's incredible that ChatGPT created an entire cinematic experience. So not only is the game lifeless, the people who created it don't even really exist. Spoiler alert. And speaking of the game developers, they claim to have spent 5 years of development on this. Wait, really? 5 years? Okay, maybe 5 years, but you only spent 5 minutes a day developing it. Honestly, this giant gallon of dumpster juice looks like it was just put together the day before today. And yes, I'm just gonna keep making fun of how dumb the name of this game is. Anyway, look, the whole premise behind this whole thing doesn't even make sense. Because, okay, so everybody spawns and goes out in the world to kill each other. And then once they're done doing that, they bring the loot back to the home base of Woodbury. Yeah, that makes no sense. And it's the middle of the apocalypse, and for some reason, most of the buildings have power. Who the which genius is keeping the electricity on the buildings working even after an outbreak? Just from a logistical standpoint, wouldn't it all be off even if you had it working? I mean, if you're trying to make a comedy from the late 90s with terrible writing, you are succeeding. Way to remove any kind of realism or suspense. And speaking of power, oh my fucking god, there's a alarm going off literally the entire time you are playing. I'm not even trying to joke around. Every moment of you playing in-game has an alarm ticking off. It's like a fucking ambulance following you around or something. You know, alarm clocks aren't like smoke detectors and run on batteries for like 10 years. They run out of power very quickly, especially if they're going off all the time. But for some reason on here, there's no batteries whatsoever and they just go off non-stop. Even the zombies got sick of the alarm, so they left. You know, the annoying alarm thingy is a game breaker by itself. You know, I wish I was there on the meeting with the game devs where the alarm idea went into place. What about alarms? Yes, alarms. Let's put them everywhere. Everywhere from start to finish. End of meeting. Yeah, that was a great meeting we just had. What you're doing is you're essentially spending $40 just to have tinnitus in your ears for the rest of your life. I don't usually wish for people to lose their jobs because of how hard that is on a person's life. But you know what? If I've ever seen a company deserving of being sued, it's this one. These AI ChatGPT developers are laughing all the way to the bank for every single person that spent $40 on this. $40 is just a straight up scam for money. When are we as gamers gonna demand innovation instead of imitation? The ineptitude, the incompetence, the dishonesty in the industry is mind-boggling. It hurts every single person, not just the consumer consumers, but every studio, big or small, trying to make their way through the industry honestly. Now, I got a refund after playing like 30 minutes. I was done, but there was like 38,000 players on Steam at one point, so the developers, yeah, they're definitely laughing at the dumpster fire. I am hoping and praying that most players got their refund before 2 hours. And this is the prime example, the definition of developers don't play their games. Anyway, that's it. I'm done talking. Maddox out.